Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Automation Nation inside Barnum. And we are here again at Weidmuller on site at the North American headquarters in Richmond, Virginia. And doing a few on site podcasts today, a little bit different than our usual. Again, I'm your host, Cody, and I'm here today with PJ here from Weidmuller.
Good morning.
And we're going to talk about what we got here on the table here, these heavy-duty connectors. This
Absolutely.
is PJ's realm. That's all he lives and breathes, I think.
Yep.
PJ, if you don't mind, give me a quick little background of what the heck you do here at Weidmuller. How long have you been doing this? Just a Cliff Notes version of who you are for us.
Absolutely. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Whenever you're listening to this.
Yeah. My name is PJ, so I am the product specialist under our field wiring division for Weidmuller. I fall under a bigger category called DFC, so device field connectivity.
Okay.
So it's a big family of just connectivity for Weidmuller. And so I deal with products such as HDC. We also have SAI cord sets that I work with. Even Weidmuller lighting, like I showed you earlier, and things like that. So I have a very vast product portfolio, and so
which in general, Weidmuller's got a vast portfolio.
Yes.
So
very, very vast. So I have a lot of just different products. I've been here about a year now, so was in college campus ministry, but even before that, I have experience in the electrician field, in microelectronics, and in data centers, which are pretty big now. So
the data centers, if
huge.
If someone's not talking about data centers in the realm of automation and wiring components, all that, you're missing something. Like that is
a big market.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's where the growth is right now.
Absolutely.
Well, so you've only been here about a year, so still pretty green to this realm, but I mean, you're already a specialist and kind of handle a pretty big section of it.
Yes.
So obviously, must be pretty good at what you're doing, or at least know how to find the right answers and learn these products pretty well.
Yeah.
But what I guess kind of got you into being a specialist for this whole realm? Like, I mean, did you get hired in and said this is what you're just gonna do, or did everything else just come so easy for you? Like, we're gonna be taking on a bigger role real quick because just learn fast or whatnot.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, that was my very first role here, was product specialist. So a lot of my background, like I said, is in being an electrician. So big power systems, wiring up different schematics like that, working with microelectronics, studying power systems. And so I have a very vast array of just electrical engineering knowledge.
Sure.
But also with some of my campus ministry background, it's very personal. And that's the product manager, product specialist role. Is there's a lot of technical knowledge that I have to bring to the field, a lot of different things I have to know just given from day one for being an electrician, being an electrical engineer. And so I bring those to the table, but also a lot of just personal relationships. And I have to, as a good product specialist, I have to push our marketing team, work alongside them to get products into the market that are relevant to customers, work with our sales teams because they have things they want to sell. And so I have to show them these are the benefits to you guys selling these products, not just the technical details, but also what appeals to the customers at hand. So it's a lot of just different things that I love to do all at the same time. And so this role has been just an absolute blast for me.
Yes, you're not doing the design or the building of these things. You're the one basically teaching people how it works and use cases on it, and really just being the go-to in that field for that type of stuff.
Correct.
The quick answer when, like you said, the portfolio is so massive.
Right.
No one can know it all, so someone needs to be laser focused on a certain area.
Right.
So that's your realm. I'm going to be laser focused on this and get good at it.
Right. And I have to give credit to, I have a large team in Germany that works with all the different products. They are the ones that design and build and construct and bring these things into market. So I'd communicate frequently with them
Yep.
on what's relevant, what's not, what can we see. And also, as the US market, we're growing extremely fast, and so working with them is pivotal for our growth.
So I guess to segue into what we have sitting here in front of us on the table,
Yeah.
obviously you said you covered quite a few different lines, but one of the big focuses is heavy duty connectors, HDCs, and that's what we have sitting here, correct?
Correct.
And this is just a taste of them. There's obviously a multitude of sizes and shapes and styles and different things they can do with them.
Absolutely.
But what we have here on the table are kind of the bread and butter heavy duty connectors, I would think.
Yep.
So I guess, what do we use these for? I mean, they're kind of like, you look at this thing, you got all these different cords on them. I mean, there's no wires coming out of this, so it looks like every single one can be custom.
Right.
I mean, and these are, like you said, heavy duty.
Yeah.
I need to open this thing. I mean, you got to put some force on that. It's sealed with a big gasket.
Yep.
Like, obviously, I would think dirty, messy environments is where these things shine.
Exactly.
So really,
Exactly.
what does the average consumer need this for? Like,
Yeah,
what are these?
Even to go more basics, I can go extremely basic. If you look at your own household plug, you have two prongs that has the flow of current and then just a grounding wire.
Yep.
These things have multiple signals coming in, multiple power, and then also sometimes data applications, sometimes even pneumatic, so air that's coming in. So you're taking a lot of different things that need to be fed into a system and providing a way that's not just your household plug.
Mm-hmm.
You stick something in an environment like your house that's there's not dust, water, hopefully not flying around unless you have a small kid or something. But for these environments, they're built for a minimum of IP65. So ingress protection means the 6 is a high dust environment, and the 5 is, hey, they can be exposed to water splashing on them.
Sure.
Even all the way up to, we have some applications with, like the cabinet I have behind me has on one side an IP68, so they can be fully submerged underwater. So yeah, they are built for extremely tough environments, but also provide this pluggable connection that if they need to spec something out or change something, it's right there
Sure.
for them with a heavy duty spin to it as well.
So what I guess would be just broad overview, like the biggest market for these type of things? I mean, there's tons of markets for them, but like, what do you see, like someone 1,000-foot view? Where do I need to use a heavy duty connector? You know,
Where do you not need to use? No, I think anywhere that has big manufacturing, I tell our sales and I tell even Barnum came in for a distributor connect. So we worked with some of the sales team, and I told them the best place to look often is on a cabinet wall. So when you go to a environment that has maybe automation in it, they have these control cabinets. A lot of times on these control cabinets, they want to have a way to disconnect their power, their signal, their data from that cabinet wall. So any type of customer that has a cabinet is great, but also robotics. You also have the conveyor belts that need these things. So they, to answer your question, where can you find them? Broad scale is in a lot of different industries.
I would assume if you don't really know what these are, haven't really looked for them, you probably don't notice them because it's just a plug at the end of the day.
Right.
But if you see these and you're looking for them and you walk around facilities in our realm, the industrial realm, they're probably everywhere.
Yes.
All kinds. I mean,
a
lot of things are starting to go, individual smaller screw style connections or even wireless transmission. But there's a lot of stuff that just, you still need a big connector.
Absolutely.
And you need that physical connection. And I mean, plugging stuff in isn't going to go away.
Right.
And this is just the best industrial form factor, I guess, to do it.
Right.
So I guess this one's sitting over here in front of you too. We got a plastic housing one.
Yeah. So
these ones are like cast aluminum or steel. I mean,
I can walk through a little bit. So
yeah, show me what do we got on the table here actually?
Absolutely. So these are the gray ones that you see here. This is our standard IP65 line. So you can see on the side here they have some nice. It's metal. It's aluminum. It's a really tough construction.
And it's got a pretty beefy, metal handle on it too.
Yes. So it's meant to be pluggable, so obviously you can use a lever in order to work with that. People sometimes also want plastic applications, so we have plastic heavy-duty connectors as well. So the basic construction of a heavy-duty connector is you have the cable gland, the hood itself, and then the bulkhead, which you can see on the side, and then a male and a female insert. And so you can see right here underneath it, there's all the different inserts. So a wire will come in from the top and have multiple, maybe different signals, different power sources, pneumatics. And then on the cabinet wall, they will hook up all of these different signal wires or power wires in multiple different configurations. So we have our standard inserts here, which is our HE line. This one actually has snap in with it. And then we also have the line that has different configurations that you can have in there called moduplug.
Okay.
So it's a modular moduplug. That's how we get the name for those. So
So if you're just listening to the audio on this, you can't see if you're not watching on YouTube. Basically, the back side of these are what you would see in the panel terminals. Like that's what's going to be inside the panel, coming through. You're terminating to it, and then the other side is that IP rated. The pinout where the connections are actually happening. And I guess with that modular one is kind of unique too, as in, that is, you could pull apart and pick and choose what you want to put in there. It's not just a standard insert, right?
Correct. And this is huge, especially because multiple times you're not just going to be having signals go from the inside of the cabinet. You're going to be wanting power. You're going to be wanting data, different
I
gauges.
notice it's outside of the housing or of the size. Usually this seems insert, like it's meant to be in there.
Yeah.
But that allows you to put larger terminals and different things on there without having to fit into a certain form factor.
Exactly. And you can even see here's a RJ45. So your standard Ethernet connection is right there. You have different 2 power right here. And these are our cabinet wall style, so our terminal block style that allows you to put jumpers right in between them and save space in the cabinet, which is very, very vital for growing areas and growing manufacturing areas as well. So yeah, it's a very, very cool product, and it's one of my favorites.
So then on this guy that we have here, looks like there's 3 different styles of terminals on there. Again, these are just like the standard terminals that you would see in the panel, recessed into like the bulkhead side. We've gone over the snap-in, so we got the snap-in ones, obviously the latest and greatest fancy terminal block here. And then we got, what do we got, like normal spring terminals and then some screw style terminals in here?
Yeah, so I put in our 3 standard, our screw, our push-in, and then our snap-in terminals. So you can see here, we can test it out with one of the wires. Our snap-in is one of the coolest because it works with, there you go, there's click. It works with our stranded wire, it works with ferruled wire, and it's just super easy, super sure connection.
Now, like these have 24 connection points on them in here. Is there a limitation to how much you can fit in here? I mean, I guess if you're doing like the modular, you could probably cram a lot in there.
So we even have standard inserts that are out of the HE line. It's the HEE line, so super high density. In our HDD line, you could have up to like 196 in one bulkhead of different signals. So it's for some of these like larger, maybe robots or need a lot of sensors or signals, we have plenty to provide for that.
So these connectors this style connector is not unique to Weidmuller. There's other manufacturers that do heavy duty connectors. What makes Weidmuller's different, separate? I know you have this marketed as the RockStar line. What really sets this apart? Why would I pick Weidmuller over
someone else? Absolutely. So I'll answer that in 3 phases. So there's 3 different products that I truly know that really bring something different than all your other competitors out there that we have. So the first one is our snap-in. So you can see here, I'm sure you've maybe heard about the snapping technology from other product managers, but
I
we
mean,
have our
behind us, we got a
snap-in.
whole robot playing around with snapping stuff. So.
Exactly. So snapping is huge for heavy duty connectors because yes, it is heavy duty. I mean, I could hold this the whole thing and it's holding up the whole assembly. It's not going anywhere. And so it's important for heavy duty connectors because when you're working with screw terminals, you're required to have this torque value that ensures you have a tight connection. When somebody's working with plugs, they're plugging in all day long. That torque value, if it's not 100% up to that torque,
That's back.
it's going to slowly loosen up over time. Where snap ensures that connection is guaranteed, and so engineers are not having to worry about, oh, is this a connection there?
Yeah.
Is it working? It's that snap guarantees that connection's there. So snapping technology is great, not just for that, but also speeding up production lines. We're pushing, like, yes, you're able to push it right in, but it only works with ferruled wires. And stranded wires gets a little iffy when you start to work with that. So snapping is one way. Also, our second product that I say is unique to Weidmuller is our terminal block style HDC. So cabinet wall, it's becoming a space where people need more and more in the cabinet, and the cabinet wall itself is not being used. So this allows the cabinet wall to have a space for terminal
That's a good
blocks.
point. We're kind of turning what was a two-dimensional cabinet
Yep.
into 3 dimensions. We're using the space that was just air before.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a valid point. Didn't really think about that too much.
Yeah.
And I guess space is such a huge issue with people wanting to downsize a cabinet. And if you start utilizing the wall and take stuff off the face of your cabinet, you can downsize as well.
Exactly. So it allows you so much more space that's not being used, that's being wasted, instead of having to buy a whole new cabinet, spec out everything.
Yep.
You know the gist. So it's a very cool product. The third thing was not necessarily a product, but what we have to offer.
Yep.
A lot of our competitors, some including starting with the H, like Harding, do not have the ability to kit heavy duty connectors together. So what is a kit? A kit is a cable gland, a hood, a bulkhead, and then 2 inserts all together. Or if you're doing mod plug, multiple different inserts, put them all together, call it one part number. It significantly shrinks the size of your BOM and allows your purchaser to go ahead, grab one part number, order it, ready to go.
And if you've ever listened to an Automation Nation podcast, I think I have used the phrase value added in every single one.
Yep. And even in yours,
that's what we touch on every time is how can we bring the value added, and that's what we specialize in, even at Barnum, is kitting things together, making it simple for the customer. And the fact that you guys are doing that already is one step even removed from what we have to do for you.
Yeah. And even in your security podcast, you talk about how Barnum loves one part number. This is what we have to offer as Weidmuller. With this right here, this one could be one part number, this one or this one. And we have a few standard kits. So this is one of our standard small snapping kits right here on the right, as well, with this demo board gives a lot of those features. But we could make this one a kit or this one a kit or whatever you want to kit together. Boom, one part number, ready to go. Super easy.
Barnum and that doesn't drastically change expectations for price and delivery on that. That is just something that's offered with these type of devices, right?
Yeah, now obviously there's a little bit of a fee to put all of them together, but the time and the money that you spend trying to find, and also if you miss a crimp part, if you have these crimping inserts, or if you forget this package of crimps, or the lead times on these crimps are too long, you just have it all in one part. So you're not having to worry about all these different things. Your engineers are happy, your customers are happy, expectations on delivery time are a lot better.
Yeah, because really, I guess when these are assembled, put together, all these components, since it's so modular, you can do whatever you want with these. You can put whatever style pins and whatnot in it. I mean, that could get really cumbersome and annoying after a while too, especially.
Like I said, try to remember all these parts like that.
I mean, I've spent a little bit of time with our guys in our assembly lab at our headquarters, and just all the different size pins and the crimping you need for them.
Yep.
Sometimes you need a completely unique special tool for that, and those tools are not cheap. So if a customer doesn't have to do crimping on their own, I mean, to pay the little extra to have it pre-built
Yep.
completely outweighs the cost of buying $1,000 tool or something like that to do their own
Absolutely.
crimping if it's just a couple that they need done.
Absolutely. And that brings up another thing that I often work with for customers is customers want an HDC assembly. So they'll want two HDCs, a pluggable solution with a cable or with a cable harness around there. So in that, we put everything together for them. We screw everything up to torque values or crimp values, and we sell it to them as one product. And so they're also not having to worry about, okay, well, now we got to connect all these different connections, cables there. We do it all for them. So it's a lot to offer for Weidmuller.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've reiterated the darn value added 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It just fits in. It fits the mold perfectly. I mean,
absolutely.
Do you want to touch on that module plug a little bit
Yeah,
more too? Like we
absolutely.
touched on it real quick about the different things on it. Is that pretty new, or has it been around for a while? Like that looks pretty new to me. Like I knew this style existed.
Yeah.
But I'm the module plug thing kind of does seem unique.
Yeah, it's pretty standard in a lot of industries. They have different inserts like this. I think one of the cool, like I said, our terminal block style is very unique to Weidmuller.
Yep.
We are the only ones that have it, but it is something that's in the field a lot now. One of the things I always encourage our sales is we have new push-in technology. So if you see customers who are working with crimping technology, crimp just adds so much more to the table. And even like I talked about purchasers, they don't know looking at a part number that crimp is important to this whole entire construction of a heavy duty connector. So they're probably going to forget once in a while, and that's okay. We're human. But having push-in for a lot of these modules is key to also increasing that production amount and also decreasing the time that takes to produce. So
Sure.
Module Plug is definitely something that we brand name. You see it in different forms and fashions in the industry, but it is one of my favorite that we're able to even put something as air in pneumatics. If you have a robot that's having to push out air, it's able to fit that through a heavy duty connector. So very cool.
I feel like in this realm of connectors, things that a lot of people already kind of just they think they know what they want or what they need, so it's a lot of just cross this part or I need this. You know, have you personally taken on the whole let's educate people more on these and show them that there's more options? You know, obviously, like I said, I've only been here about a year, but has that been something you've touched on, is either training materials or things to get people more knowledgeable on this, so it's not just a, you know, use what I've always used type of thing?
Absolutely. Yeah, because I think the tendency can become for a lot of people in the industry across all branches, across all companies, is, hey, how can we sell products? How can we cross these parts and see if we can offer a little competitive pricing? We do that at Weidmuller. What's so great about our sales team is we at Weidmuller want to be known as solution salesmen. It's not just product salesmen. Like, we want to actually give our customers solutions they're looking for. They have troubles with lead times. Cool, let's sell them a product that lowers that lead times. They have finicky hands, or they have, like, I don't know, engineers who are really struggling to put some of these connectors together, something like that. Okay, let's offer them something else, a unique. Because I know for other products, some people struggle with even our, like, the Ethernet value. So ours, we've developed to make it a little easier on the hands to crimp, and so we want to develop solutions, not just products. And so I encourage our salesmen to do that. I even had a call with them several weeks ago saying, hey, when you see maybe crimp products in the field, why don't you also maybe offer a push-in solution or a snap-in solution, just to see what the customer likes? And when you felt, I'm sure the first time you felt snap-in, it's that click that you're like, wow, this is a really cool product.
Did not think a terminal would wow me, and that thing actually wowed me.
Yep, it is a really, really cool product. And that's how I honestly fell in love with Weidmuller. We are so great at our connection technology, and when I saw snap-in, it's like, boom,
Yeah,
it's sweet. So
Yeah, the fact that you mentioned, like, you guys really want to focus on solutions and all that for the customer, it really makes me think our managers probably are sitting at the same table together, because that's all Barnum
Yep,
ever talks about. So all we talk
absolutely,
about as Barnum is we're solutions distributor, we're not just
absolutely.
some parts dealer.
Yeah,
And it melds well. Weidmuller and Barnum come together and do that type of stuff to really give people a solid solution option, not just a replacement part.
yeah.
So
I mean, absolutely. Why we partner with you guys? It's
yeah.
we want to sell solutions, not just products to customers. So
Is this kind of like this technology, I guess, with the snap in is new, fairly new. It's innovative.
yep.
The module plug as well. Is there much more that can, you know, go on with this style technology? These field wire devices and these heavy duty connectors. Is there anything new, futuristic coming out, or like, any trends with this stuff that
Yeah,
can take it one step further?
yeah.
I mean,
That's a great
well,
question.
obviously, without just like divulging secrets, is there anything like, I don't know? Connectors are connectors. Like,
Yeah,
what's
connectors are
next?
connectors, but
Yeah.
I think what's as AI is being developed, so
Hmm.
data centers are another big thing. They're needing products out the door and can't get them out enough quickly. And so one of our customers I'll use as a way to piggyback off, they build air conditioning units for data centers, and so they couldn't get their products out the door quick enough. So we offered Snap into them, saying, "Hey, you can improve your time to get these products out the door, but also for data centers, it becomes a box of chocolates that are melting if there's no AC flowing through these data centers. So they need a reliable connection." And so quick connect is going to be something we're going to see a lot in data centers and all these different industries in electronics. So obviously Snap-in, we're trying to bring not just to these standard HE inserts that come in multiple different sizes. We're trying to bring it to a mod plug, to bigger gauges, to smaller gauges.
Hmm.
So covering every single wire that we can with Snap-in to make it quick connect and quick disconnect. Additionally, there's also a portfolio that's coming out that we're working on for our cord sets is a push-pull. So we have push-pull circular connectors, and that way, instead of having to screw in things,
Hmm.
we're moving away from that in a lot of different connections onto quick connect and quick disconnect. But
That's a cool concept, because I
yeah,
mean, if anybody has tried to fill a high density IO block with all your splitters on it, with all your little M12 connections,
yep,
you either need some tiny fingers or you have to do them in a specific order to get
exactly,
those all on there. So a push pull, like bringing that snap in style technology
right.
to circular connectors, that's a pretty cool concept.
Absolutely. And we have the screwy tool for our screwing of M12s and M8s and all that. But overall, people want quick connect and quick
Hmm.
disconnect because it also gives you that audible click of,
Yep.
hey, we have the connection, it's there, it's sure.
Yep. We guarantee it's the way it's supposed to be. You're not going to get shorts. You're not going to cross wires, bend pins,
Yes,
whatever. It's connected and you know it's connected.
absolutely.
And the overbearing time savings.
Mm,
How many times someone can jam down someone's throat? We're saving you time with all these
right.
connections, because time is money, especially in an industry of wiring up giant panels or building machines.
Yep,
You cut out some time, you're cutting out a lot of cost.
absolutely.
So, I mean, like I said, putting these kits together, or the snap-in style, any type of quick wiring, sure, it might come at a little bit of a premium to
Mm,
get that equipment, but it totally wipes it out with time savings and efficiency,
exactly.
like, or not having to buy tools.
Exactly.
Toolless. I mean, when you say these things are toolless, everyone's got a screwdriver in their pocket, but they don't need a crimp tool, or they don't need a torque driver,
Right.
things like that anymore.
Absolutely. Saving time and ultimately gets those products out the door, making you money quicker. So
Hmm.
it's very cool to have that.
So I guess, with some of these heavy duty connectors, something I had written down here in my notes to touch on was like agriculture and farming with
Mm,
these. I wanted to kind of backtrack when we were talking about what these are used in. That is if you think about it, probably the ultimate dirty, messy, you know, beat up environment is
yeah.
agriculture and farming. And all those equipment is getting so technologically advanced now,
Yep.
and the average guy probably is not going to be terminating wires in a box on the side of a machine.
Mm,
So these type of connectors probably come into play really well.
right.
Like what have you seen in that industry with these being used or helpful, I guess?
Yeah. The big thing, so I don't have it on here. I do have it on the cabinet, but it's our IP68. So obviously the 6 covers pretty much all dust debris. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to worry about it for any of our Weidmuller products, but for IP68 allows it to be completely hosed down with water. And so you'll actually see on the lot, we've had customers in the farming industry, you'll see our IP68 housings on the side, and it's a really cool. I think even Barnum has sold to some of our IP68 to farming industries, but you'll see them on side of tractors. You'll see them on side of just different farming equipment
Mm-hmm.
overall. But like you said, it's vital to have really good protection, but also with our IP68, similar to the plastic housing, is it's a screw in there, so you don't really want to tinker around with the levers in case somebody's has all his farming equipment and he accidentally whacks something. That connector is not going anywhere anytime soon.
Sure.
So you can whack it with a hammer
I
and
mean, yeah, you put
still be
this on the
fine.
side of a machine. I mean, this thing is so beefy and durable. You could probably use it as a darn step. It's We
Absolutely.
probably don't recommend that, but I mean,
No, not at all.
you know, it,
But still, yeah.
if guys out on the farm are gonna step and jump around on all over everything. But I mean, these things, it's kind of a good showcase. If
Yes.
these type of things can function and hold up in that environment, they're gonna work in your dusty plant
Yep.
or other things like that easily,
Yep.
no problems.
And especially for farming equipment, there's so many different parts to one piece of machinery.
Hmm.
Having a disconnect joint, whether it's outside the cabinet, you have from one control area of the vehicle to the other, you can simply offer, instead of just having a cable gland going into there with wire, having a heavy duty connector on the side of it, providing
And they
that
change out
disconnect, and
tools
then
all the time on like a tractor. You
right.
got your what 3-point with whatever the heck you're dragging behind it,
Yep.
and there's a lot of mechanics and sensors and stuff going on there, and they don't need to spend a half a day plugging stuff together to figure out what it is when you got one big heavy duty connector and now everything's
Absolutely.
talking,
Yes.
communicating. Everybody wants quick attach, quick disconnect,
Yep.
just run and gun style stuff so you can get back to work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And with different coatings, so our IP68 has this black coating right here. This is the EMC protection. So
Sure.
for a lot of times, if you have multiple signals for a tractor, grounding is going to be a huge ordeal.
Hmm.
So this provides extra grounding protection. We also have accessories that we can sell to ground those signals so that there's no interference,
Yeah,
especially
even
when
it
you're
looks
out.
like these cable glands coming in are the ones that can take a grounding shield right off of your cables and stuff too.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's very lot of different options for many applications with heavy duty connectors overall.
Yeah. I mean, I think we covered majority of the stuff I wanted to ask you about with
I
these
think
things.
so.
I mean, PJ, is there anything else in this realm or even the other products that you're working on? Anything, new coming out that you want to share or anything like just quick points to just
Mm,
show off, before I totally wrap us up?
yeah, I think the thing that I want to speak to customers and speak to sales and speak is the way forward that we're seeing is definitely quick connect, like we talked about.
Hmm.
This quick connect, quick disconnect, and we have to continue to be able to provide those solutions to customers as they're expanding their portfolios. I think for a lot of those guys who work with those torque values, because they love the feel, and I completely understand why they want that. To just try maybe a quick disconnect, quick connect,
Yep.
hook it up in a system, and see how it works and feel and touch and whatever you need to do, because it's a really great product and it provides those disconnects, easy ways for customers to know, hey, I know that the product works, I know there's a connection there,
Yep.
there's no question, and you can get that guide instead of torquing out a few screws at a time, get them working multiple of the different assembly lines, and you can up your production, save time, save money,
Yep.
all the
Now, is
good
that
things.
something real quick? Is that something that you and your team would do too? Is assist a customer maybe on cost savings or efficiency, things like that. Like if someone's really adamant, like I don't need to go that realm, I've always done it this way. Are you guys good at doing kind of an analysis and saying, actually, sure, this might cost more up front, but in the long
Mm,
run, we'll save you such and such.
yeah,
You guys have guys that do that and actually,
our sales team is really good at that, and I respect so many of them out there, and I work with them on a daily basis.
Mhm.
We have common calls and multiple calls often a day, just talking through logistics. I've also made customer visits to work with the customer, so that once again, as Weidmuller, we're not just selling them a product, we're
Yep.
giving them a solution that works for them, so they don't feel like, man, I'm just being gypped out of my money. It's like, no, we actually want to work with you to develop a solution that's catered towards you. So
Yep.
that way, when we talk about price, when we talk about stuff like that, we're able to work with them on that as well. So
Good deal. I guess as a little final thought, you know, coming out of either another type of industry, you came from like electrician work, electrical engineering, or someone right out of college, seeing just like, hey, you might go work into connectors, probably doesn't sound like the coolest thing ever.
right,
Do you have a
it's super
little,
cool. You
as I
kidding
say,
me?
do you have a little tidbit to be like, it's actually a lot different than anyone would expect? Because when you specialize in something like this, you get to see more, do more
Mm,
than just I'm the guy who programs this or that. Like
right.
is there something like gratifying, that to not steer someone away from maybe wanting to be a specialist in this type of field?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I think there's so much in connectivity technology
Hmm.
nowadays that for any electrical engineer that's graduating from college, I think a lot of times it can be overwhelming of all the different options and oftentimes it could often feel like just small boxes of, okay, you studied power systems, go to
Hmm.
power systems. You studied microelectronics. I studied a lot of those different fields generally, and that helps with my products today. You have a
Hmm.
heavy duty connector that's going from a power system or a massive signal
Hmm.
distributor into a cabinet. And so that's which often involves a lot of microelectronics. And so field wiring for me in my field is the center between power systems and the more microelectronic side, even terminal blocks. So that's what I would advise to electrical engineers is explore what's out there. The industry, the market is growing so fast.
Yep.
All these different jobs are being created because they just need a product special like me to say, hey, you don't have to just connect and throw some wire in a cabinet. You can actually provide a smart way to connect and disconnect your signal, power, data, and pneumatic. So it's
Absolutely.
explore the world out there. There's a lot of different job opportunities and
Yep.
a lot to learn.
Well, I mean, I guess that covers a lot. As always, too, if you're listening to this and you want more information on these, obviously there's guys like PJ here that
Absolutely.
you can reach out to, or all of the other Weidmuller reps around the country and the world. And if you're in a Barnum territory, definitely reach out to your Barnum representation, because they'll get you either the information on it, bring demos, get tech support involved, things
Mm,
like that, to really hold your hand through a process if you want more information on these things. And also, again, like Weidmuller's support bank is massive.
mm.
So um, feel free to always reach out. And I guess I think that should really be a wrap for us. And
Yeah,
thanks for sitting down and chatting about this stuff with me, for
absolutely.
sure.
Cody, it's been great. I really
And
enjoyed it.
thanks for having us do this here as well. Coming over
Absolutely.
to
Yeah.
Weidmuller to do this is a really cool opportunity. So
Very cool.
thanks again. And thank you, everyone, for listening to another Automation Nation episode. And we'll catch you guys next time.